Today also tabled amendments to the Indian Medical Council as well as the Dentist Act in Lok Sabha. This paves the way for bypassing a Supreme Court ruling on a single all-India entrance test for aspiring medical as well as dental students. But moving on to court action, in a rare instance, a 9-judge bench of the Supreme Court today asked the centre to provide clarity on the constitutional validity of the entry tax. A case was filed by some of India's top corporate houses. Ashmit Kumar joins in now to tell us which those houses are. Ashmit, who were the corporates that had filed that case and what did the court say?
Right, so a rare case, this one, a rare case of 9 judges of the Supreme Court sitting together and deciding on the dispute over entry tax. Now, what is an entry tax? An entry tax is essentially a tax that is levied on interstate movement of goods. Now, the manufacturers are the ones that are opposing the levy of entry tax. Their argument essentially is that this is an illegal tax as it discriminates against the goods that are arriving into the states. The states, of course, have cited their past attacks that are made available under the Constitution. Now, why does this issue become significant? It becomes significant because at stake is annual tax revenues of over 30,000 crores, and that's the figure that's arrived at using conservative estimates. Also, the issue, the fate of the entry tax as decided by the Apex Court will pave the way as far as GST is concerned. Now, staying on the issue of the GST, the Attorney General today, addressing the Apex Court today, clarified that the GST is already in the works, that the centre is confident of receiving support from the regional parties, and that the GST will act as a cure for the anomalies that are raised by the issue of the entry tax. And that is the grounds on which the government, in fact, sought for not having such elaborate 9-judge bench proceedings. However, the Supreme Court has clarified that there are lakhs of cases that are pending. In fact, 2,000 of them are pending in the Apex Court, lakhs before the High Courts, and the Supreme Court observed that these are issues which, in fact, deserve to be clarified upon to ensure that the various litigants, in fact, do get clarity about the levy of such taxes. So clearly a big issue here being discussed. Today is just the first day of many such hearings to come forth in the coming few days. We, of course, will be tracking them as the Supreme Court observes, adjudicates upon this mammoth constitutional issue. Back to you.